stocks just getting pummeled here on Wall Street today. The biggest sell-off for the Dow that we have seen in more than a year, folks. The Dow fell 376 points today. That's 3.6%. The Nasdaq fell more than 4%. The S&P 500 also took a major hit today. Why is that? Well, traders on the floor say it's a confluence of events. First of all, out of the gate this morning, the Dow fell immediately, down about 200 points on a much worse than expected jobs report. The latest unemployment figures, we get those every week, showed us that 471,000 Americans filed for those first-time unemployment benefits last week. Again, that was much worse than expected. Traders did not like to hear that news. And then, of course, the growing fear in Europe about the debt crisis there continued to spark concerns here on Wall Street. The euro was under pressure all day against the dollar. And although we have a nearly $1 trillion bailout package for European nations, the question is that enough to stop the spreading debt across the Eurozone? A lot of questions about Europe. And then one other point that traders brought up to me here, which isn't getting a lot of attention but is pretty important, is the Fed minutes that we got on Wednesday that pointed to the housing market and said we may be seeing a stalling in the housing market in terms of housing recovery. So couple the fear of a weak recovery here in the United States on the housing front and the job front, that with the concerns of debt and the debt crisis across Europe, and you get a massive sell-off on Wall Street. Again, the Dow down 376 points and the worst levels we have seen for this market since early February of this year. And one important thing to note on Friday here as we get into the trading day, Wall Street will be closely watching Washington because senators did agree to move to a vote on financial regulatory reform. We could see that vote anytime now. That will, of course, impact the market greatly and also really impact banks and financial services stocks. So investors will be watching Washington very closely for that one. A lot going on, obviously a very abysmal day for this market. We'll keep a close eye on it for you. All the details around the clock right here on CNN Money.